Hello everyone, welcome back to Automation Engineer channel. Today I will continue with the part 3 of the Simatic PCS 7 series. I will show you how to program with the CFC. Firstly, what is the function of the CFC? The CFC stands for Continuous Function Check. It's used to create the entire software structure of the CPU from ready-made block. When working with the editor, you play block on the function check, assign parameter to them, and interconnection them. Interconnecting means, for example, that value are transfer from one output to one or more inputs during the communication between the block. CFC are basically used for controlling continuous processes, where on the logic is executed and outputs are calculated in each PLC scan. Whereas in the SFC execution, which will be sequential as done is batch processes. And the final one, CFC, is based on the FBD language. Okay, that's the function of CFC. Now we come to the software in Simatic Manager. Okay, this is the interface of the Simatic Manager. We come to Plan View. Okay, we expand our project here, Plan 1, Unit 1, and Process 1 here. Firstly, I will create one CFC. We right-click, Insert New Object, and we select the CFC here. I will rename it Motor 1. Okay. Okay, we come back to the component view here. The CFC will belong to Automation Station, Primary PLC S7 program, and in the checks, the Motor 1. We double click here. Okay, now we will create a CFC for one motor. And this is the basic function of the PCS7. Okay, now we come to library. I will search the keyword motor here to look for some object template for the motor. And we enter. As you see, we just have one object related to the motor. That's the motor control alarm timer. This is not an object for motor. This is an alarm timer. We look for one again. Also alarm timer. So we don't have any library for the motor object here. So I will download and install the library. Firstly, we will come to the support website of the Siemens here. And we will download the advanced process library. We come to here. Okay, we will download the advanced process library. I'll download for the version 8.2 here. Okay, I will show you how to add this library to our project. Okay, I already download the installation app here. Firstly, we will install the library at the same as install one software. Okay, we right click and we select the run as administrator. Okay, one notice when we run the installation here, we need to shut down the Simatic Manager. Okay, I will close the Simatic Manager. Okay, we click on next. Override file without prompting. Next. And wait for it. Finish. Okay. Next. next, I accept, next, install. Okay, so it's done. We click on finish. Okay, after installing the advanced process library, we come back to the Simatic Manager. Okay, now I will insert the library into our project. Okay. Okay, we right click on the name of project here. We come to the multi project. We select insert into multi project. We come to the libraries tab here, and you can see here PCS 7 Advanced Process Library version S.2. We select it and OK. Yes. Okay, now the primary already in our project here. And we come back to the CFC of the motor one. Double click here. We come to library. You can see here, it's here. I will search the keyword motor. Okay, I will expand this. Okay, this let's see, we have how many objects for the motor. Okay, we have this, the channel block for motor, drive, telegram. Okay, we're looking forward. Okay, this is the object for the motor logic. It means this is the object for control the motor through DOL. The next one is reversible motor. This this mean project. This is a object for control the motor can run revert. And this is for the motor small. And motor speed control. This mean object for the motor with the inverter can run the can adjust the speed via inverter. And this is the object for the motor dual speed. It means we can run with two speed. Okay, and we're looking for more. Okay, this is the valve. Okay, so we have some object for the motor here. I will select the motor L here and drag to here. Okay. And we double click on the object, come to the property window. This is the property window. I will change the name of this object to the pump 5121 pump. Click on it, pump 5121 here. Okay. And notice this is the name will appear on the SCADA. Okay, we come to the I/O tab here. This is the I/O property tab. This is where we will set up the parameter of the object. To understand this parameter, you can click on object and we read the description here. Okay, we click on object here and we press the F1. Okay, the description of motor L here. Also in this description, we can see the operation interface template of the motor. We come to operator control and monitoring. Come to the motor L standard view here. This is the interface will appear on the SCADA. Okay, we come to the block icon for motor L here. We come here to select the template of the motor L and also the motor state here. This is the motor state. For example, when the motor start, the icon will change from this to this with the arrow inside. Or when we stop the motor will change from ring to gray. Or when we have the error at the motor, it will change to a red one with lightning like this. Okay, now I will show you how to connect the I/O. Okay. For PCS7, we don't connect directly the I/O to here. We need connect via one module called, its name is PCS driver. Okay, I will look for the PCS driver on it. Is we type PCS enter. Okay, and we come here. We're looking for the digital and the analog input and output. Here, start with the PCS7. And you can see we have here the analog input driver, the analog output driver, and the digital input driver, the digital output driver here. Okay, I will select one digital output driver and write here digital output here. I will write here. Okay. And one digital input driver. It's okay now. Okay, now we will connect the module and the I/O. For the motor object, you can see the separate of the input and the output. The left is the input here, and the right is output. I will rename the object here. This is the pump 5121. Okay. Okay, now I will rename. Okay, I will keep the name. Okay, now we will connect the module and the IO. For the motor L object, you can see. Okay, sorry. Okay, with the digital output driver here, we connect the stack bit of the motor here to the BV in here. We just click and hold and drop here. Okay, the connection is done. And the output of driver, we'll right click on the PV out and select right click and select interconnection to address. We will select the output in the pack 2, the video pack 2, the configuration for the hardware. You select the bump 5121 output. Okay, you can see it will automatically connect to the IO, the Q 0.5. This is our configuration in the video pack 2. Next, for the digital input driver, this input here, we will connect to the feedback running. The feedback running here. Okay, I will rename this object. Right click and object property. Rename it to the feedback running. Okay. Okay, I will connect the PVL here to the feedback running. Okay. And we will connect the PV in here to the IO. We right click, select the internal connection to address, and we select the bump 5121 running feedback here. It will connect to the input 0.6. And for the motor, the interlock is one important thing. I will go on with the interlock here. This is the interlock here. For one motor, we will have many conditions. In the PCS 7 library, we have block for the interlock. I will just looking for the keyword interlock. Here we are. We have the 4 type of the interlock. We have the interlock with the 2 input, 4 input, S input, and 16 input. I will select the interlock with the 4 input and drag to here. Okay, it's okay now. Connect L to the interlock pin, the L here. Interlock here. The one node for interlock is the logic here. Double click on the logic. We can choose the logic or end. Okay, and we will connect the the unlock, the tag name, the symbol to and the IO to the input of interlock here. We can rename it object property interlock. Okay. So it's done for the CFC program of the motor. See you in the next video. Thank you.